There's COVID is not your worry drinking that water.
Exactly. Yeah, I haven't gone there. A new a splash pad park, basically, in West Bloomfield, right across, very close to where I live, and people are obviously taking advantage of it as they should.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hot one today, so maybe Stoney will hit the splash pad before he hits the ballpark.
No, I think I'll hit I might hit the links before I hit the ballpark.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I played 9 holes yesterday. Got rained out for a little bit, for about 45 minutes. And then, so I went back to the clubhouse, watched a little Tiger game, went out when the rain stopped, and finished my lovely, crappy round.
Timing in life is the key. And yesterday I took the kids because obviously school is out. I was, had finished up the podcast. We were done here, and I took them for a little trip on the boat. And I'm not kidding you. As soon as we pulled up and I started to prepare the boat, take off the motor and all that stuff, it started to rain. Yes. And the kids were like, yeah, you know what, Dad, we're still going. I said, okay, I'm fine with that. And we were swimming, and it was a little bit windy and rainy, and for about 45 minutes, then it cleared up. It was nice, but
good. Glad you had a great time. Last night, some compelling action. There were dueling Alberts, by the way. Kenny Albert was doing the hockey game, and Marv was doing the basketball game, his dad, simultaneously. We'll start with the basketball. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And it's getting to the point where you're just not surprised at Trae Young anymore. 48 points, 11 assists. He wasn't great from 3, 4 for 13, but he scored or assisted on 72 points, which is the most in conference finals history. 116-113, the Hawks win in Milwaukee. They were down 7 with 3:40 left and came back to win the game. Like I said, Trae Young, 48, Collins with 23. Giannis had a pretty good game. 34 points, 12 rebounds. He was actually pretty good on his free throws. Holiday, 33. Middleton had a bad game, though. He was just 6 for 23. So this is getting to be, the MO here. Trae Young has just been unbelievable, and they cannot stop, at least in the first game, Philly couldn't, the high pick and roll. Whether you go under the screen, they try everything, and they just can't do it. And it's incredible how good they are, at least Atlanta in that part of the game. They're fun to watch, and it's a great story. His team
has he entered superstar status through the playoffs?
He's been the best player in the playoffs so far, but I don't know. He's getting there, especially if they get to the finals. Yeah, I mean, you can sit there. Well, it's a very short sample window for a year or two, but this has just been building. I mean,
you're great on winning.
Yes,
in sports, and right now, upper hand on a 2-time MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they get to the finals, even if they lose, he's got to be right up there.
I think he's the greatest showman in the sport right now.
Oh,
maybe all sports.
I mean, there's a little shimmy.
That shimmy last night before shooting.
Oh yeah, and then when he's in the garden and he puts the finger up to the mouth just to shh.
It's great.
I'm curious, do people generally like him? I like this show.
So do I. I think because it's different. It's like, we as a society, for basketball, for the most part, we like the little guys.
Why don't you just hand the ref the ball like Barry?
We like the little guys. And the little guys, even if they have a little, bit of a personality, like
a little swag.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great.
Well, I would ask you this: if we're asking, is he in the superstar category? He's played just as long as Luka Doncic. They were in the same draft, and they were traded for one another. I don't know if you guys have heard that before, but they've played the same. They spent the same amount of time in the league, and now this is Trae Young having a long run in the playoffs.
Well,
we think highly of Luka Doncic.
That's a great point, Greg. It shows you sometimes our imbalances in what we say about things.
Yeah,
because he's putting on a show. He's putting the team on his back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I love him.
So do I. I love Luka too. It's just great to watch a league right now where really